Letters to Myself. When Rachel Peterson inherited her grandmother's house, she didn't know what to expect. The two-story brick home sat on the outskirts of town, its shutters faded and its garden overgrown. It had been years since Rachel last visited, and stepping inside felt like entering a time capsule. The smell of aged wood and lavender potpourri lingered in the air, and the walls were lined with bookshelves and photographs of family gatherings. Rachel's grandmother, Eleanor, had always been a private person. Though warm and loving, she rarely spoke about her past. After Eleanor passed away, Rachel hoped that the house might offer some insight into her grandmother's life. What she didn't expect was to find a box of letters, all addressed to herself. The discovery came on Rachel's second day in the house. She was sorting through the attic, clearing out old furniture and boxes of clothes, when she noticed a small chest tucked in the corner. The chest was painted a deep blue, its edges worn with age. Inside, she found a neat stack of envelopes, each bearing her name in Eleanor's familiar handwriting. Rachel's hands trembled as she opened the first letter. It was dated September 5th, 2000, the year she had turned 10. Dear Rachel, today you lost your first tooth. You were so excited, waving it around like a trophy. Watching you grow up has been one of the greatest joys of my life. I'm writing these letters because there are things I want to tell you, things I hope will guide you as you navigate life. Keep this letter as a reminder of how proud I am of you. Tears filled Rachel's eyes as she read the words. Her grandmother had written these letters for her, knowing they might not be shared in person. She carefully unfolded another envelope, this one dated 5 years later. Dear Rachel, you're 15 now, and I see so much of myself in you. You're independent, curious, and unafraid to speak your mind. But I also see your struggles. Being a teenager isn't easy, and I know you sometimes feel like no one understands you. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry everything on your own. Rachel set the letter down, her mind racing. She remembered feeling lost and unsure of herself at 15, but she had never thought her grandmother noticed. Eleanor's words felt like a lifeline, reaching across time to offer reassurance and support. Over the next few days, Rachel immersed herself in the letters. Each one offered a glimpse into Eleanor's thoughts and feelings, as well as advice tailored to different stages of Rachel's life. Some letters celebrated milestones, like graduating high school or starting her first job. Others addressed challenges Eleanor anticipated Rachel might face: heartbreak, self-doubt, and the pressure to conform. One letter, dated April 12, 2015, stood out. Dear Rachel, today you're 25, and I imagine you're finding your way in the world. I hope you're pursuing what makes you happy, even if it doesn't look like what others expect. Life isn't about meeting someone else's definition of success. It's about finding meaning in your own way. Don't be afraid to take risks, and remember that failure is just another step toward growth. Rachel folded the letter, her heart heavy. At 25, She had been working in a corporate job she disliked, too afraid to chase her dream of becoming a writer. Eleanor's words felt like a gentle push, urging her to reconsider the path she had chosen. The final letter in the box was dated July 15, 2020, a year before Eleanor passed away. Dear Rachel, if you're reading this, it means I'm no longer with you. I want you to know that I've loved you every day of your life. You brought so much light into my world, and I'll carry that light with me wherever I am. Please don't dwell on the past or on what might have been. Focus on the present, on the life that's unfolding before you. And remember, you're stronger than you think. Rachel's tears fell freely as she finished the letter. She felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for Eleanor, for her thoughtfulness and love. The letters were more than just words. They were a legacy, a testament to the bond they shared. Inspired by the letters, Rachel decided to make a change. She left her corporate job and began pursuing her passion for writing. She started small, penning short stories and essays that she shared with friends and online communities. To her surprise, her work resonated with people, and she quickly gained a following. One evening, as she sat at her desk in Eleanor's house, Rachel had an idea. She decided to compile the letters into a book, pairing them with her own reflections on the lessons they taught her. She titled the book Letters to Myself, a tribute to the way Eleanor's words had shaped her life. The book was published a year later and became a bestseller. Readers from all walks of life connected with its message of love, resilience, and the power of words to bridge generations. Rachel often received letters from readers, thanking her for sharing Eleanor's wisdom and encouraging them to reflect on their own relationships. Years later, as Rachel stood in front of a packed audience at a book signing, she thought about how far she had come. She held up a copy of Letters to Myself and smiled. "This book isn't just about my grandmother and me," she said. "It's about all of us. It's about the connections we carry through time, the lessons we learn from those who came before us, and the courage to create our own paths. I hope it inspires you as much as it inspired me." As the audience applauded, Rachel felt a sense of peace. Eleanor's letters had not only guided her, they had given her a purpose, and in sharing them with the world, Rachel had found her own voice.
Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share our channel Magic Mingle with your friends to enjoy more magical stories.